Anyway, that timer is basically over. Okay, let's have some background music here. And let's start. So yeah, this is going to be another entry in my series where I play through all of the X games, and this one is initiated by Jake himself. Choosing or letting it be chosen that he will play X4 in the future, and it was supposed to be tonight, but he's sick, so instead I will start my next game in this series. I'm not yet at X4. We've played through 4 of the X titles, but we have still a few more remaining. Also, I have background windows doing stuff. Let me just close them so I can see the chat. And these 4 games were fun. We're now in Albion Prelude. And as opposed to X3 Terran Conflict, I am not going to try and rush. I'm not going to try and play through all the details and play 100%. I'm going to rush through the story. Because we've had a long playthrough of Terran Conflict. We're going to return to the minimal viable approach here. Oh yeah, X3 Farnham's Legacy. That's also gonna be... But that's gonna be very short. Anyway, let's watch the intro to X3 Albion Prelude, for those that haven't seen it yet. And yeah, this is Saya Ko from the second game, if you remember her. Otherwise, if you don't remember her, then don't care. They do have intros. There is a terrible story. There's always a terrible story. It's one of the weakest points of these games, but there is an overarching story. Conflict escalates into a full-scale war. Sorry, I have to narrate. They didn't have a narrator. Swarm AGI attacks Terran home systems. Saturn. It's a swarm. Actually, this is a Terran fleet. This is not AGI. The moon. I can't tell. This is definitely a Thor, so this is still a Terran capital ship. And it's being attacked. Also, a Neptune. Terran fleets attack the community of planets. Yeah, they're fighting back. Go Terrans, the community of planets sucks. Former enemies become allies against the Terrans. Ooh. Earthicans? No, they're called Terrans in this one. Alright. And it all began with 1 year earlier. Now we're gonna rewind everything and we're gonna find out what happened. So this is Earth. And the Taurus Eternal, which they write in a fancy way with this AE thing. And there's Saya Ko. And she's rewiring something. And she does not look like a 2D model at all. Then she's crying. And there's something counting down in the background. And she suicide bombed the orbital ring around Earth for some reason. I don't know, this story makes no sense. It was in fact not very eternal. Yeah, it was not. Okay, people are fleeing. And she really rewired something in that thing. Yeah, and things are gonna fall down on Earth and people are not gonna have a good time. And this is X3, the Albion Prelude. What is the Albion Prelude? The Albion Prelude is the final game in the X3 series, at least for many years, that is this is a game that should never have been made. Not in the sense that I think it's terrible, but in the sense that they never planned to make this game, and because they wanted to make the next iteration. They made X1, then they made X2, then they made X3, and they extensively improved the engine between the games all the time. But when they finished X3 Terran Conflict, they were like, we want to do something like X4. And so they were working and working and working, but they just had feature creep, delayed development. They couldn't get it to run. And they were running out of money, so they had to sell another game. So instead of actually having a new game, they just rehashed Terran Conflict again, gave it a little bit of new paint, added a little bit of story, which, as I already told you, is like the weakest part of the X games, and then they resold the game as a standalone add-on to Terran Conflict. And this is Albion Prelude. And thanks to that we got the best X game. Well, the game that they did eventually release with the new engine, we are going to see later, but not now. So, we can be Argon, Terran... Actually, we can be... I didn't remember that you can be Terran. There's sadly no start that is a... I didn't unlock the starts. You can unlock more starts. I don't know which start is the fastest to unlock all the plots. Usually you have a problem that the plots are... Okay, you just have to start. Okay, I guess we're gonna just be a Terran, because we want to be a good guy. So we're gonna be Kan Unin, a Terran male, gender, age 48. And your current safe boundaries for once unknown frontiers. Okay. And otherwise, this is going to play a lot like X3. Also, we already saw the intro. Let's skip the intro. Also, hello, Brelix. How are you? Have you finally done your daily Blood Bowl game? Time for sleep? No. We don't have time for sleep. Okay, Terran Commander does not get the plot.
Saber.
Did you just look that up, Knuffle? Because I would assume the Terran Commander doesn't get the plot. I did. Okay, well, we're not gonna play as a Terran Commander then, sadly. Because the plot is all about the war with the Terrans, and the Terrans are constantly portrayed as the evil guys, even though they're clearly the good guys. So, we are going to play as Karat Denna, the Argon Peacekeeper. Which is the most vanilla start you can do, and we're not going to do anything fancy. The goal of this playthrough now is we finish the story in the shortest amount of time possible. Oh yeah, we definitely saw the intro now. Sayako blew up, she's a terrorist. Even though she was like a really helpful, altruistic, friendly person in X2. I don't know why they decided to make her into a terrorist, but hey. That's just like Blizzard turning anyone evil. Like, you survive long enough in the Blizzard franchise,
Flight school,
you become evil. Alright, there's a flight school.
Derek, to all members of the Argon Special Task Force 87. I'm transmitting coordinates to your navigational computers. Form up at this location for briefing and assignment.
Okay, so we should go here. I don't know what ship we're in. It looks like we are... Is that a Nova? Did they actually give us a Nova?
When
A Nova
the
prototype,
last
even.
Argon elite was retired, the Argon military was
I mean,
left without an
I can finish the plot in a Nova, so that's a good start. How much money do we have? They give us 30,000 credits, that is nothing. We are a protector of the Federation. I do not own anything else. And we're gonna do the flight school. And we're gonna learn more about the plot. Terrans instead get a different plot, which give all the other rewards. Huh. I have actually never played Albion Prelude. I'm a Terran conflict diehard. Wait. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be here in position.
Well, it seems you nuggets can at least follow waypoints. I'm Commander Derek, the commanding officer of Argonne Special Task Force 87. Well, I'm sure you all know the challenges we face. I want to reiterate our duty in defending the Argonne Federation and her allies. We are at war with an enemy we all know too well. The Terrans, our brothers in blood. Our job is to forget that, and just protect our civilians and our territory. Be this on the front line, escorting freighters, or deploying laser towers at every gate from here to Argonne Prime. We will be where we are needed. We will represent the best of what the community of planets has to offer. Not all of you are fighter pilots or trade moguls. We are not all even the same species. And that diversity is what makes us strong.
Oh, are we in M148?
Now, that's enough for the rousing speeches. We've got work to do. Several sectors of the Argonne-Terran border are in a state of conflict. We have a network of agents on installations throughout these sectors who are offering tasks which need immediate attention. Do your best to help bail these souls out of the Greyzola until we contact you for task force duty. Good luck out there, pilots. Show those Terrans what the best of the Commonwealth can do.
Alright, so we are indeed in Argonne Sector 1 M148. And here are the war sectors.
All ships, this is Argonne Command. We are going to retake Circle of Labor. Get to it.
Okay, we're going to retake Circle of Labor. Circle of Labor? Shouldn't we retake Omicron Lyri? Okay, well, we immediately get thrown into the war, and we are supposed to aid the war effort.
Gate enduring light.
Diversity makes you strong. How could you betray Mother Terra like this? Yeah, I do love the Terrans way more than the Commonwealth. Omicron Lyri is a black hole, not useful. Man, Strudel really does know the lore. He pretends to not know the games, but he does really know them well. We're at flight school, but okay. Yeah, the flight school is, hey, take the ship, fly into the war zone. That's what flight. That's how you learn to fly, right? There's nothing better than practicing. Oh, enduring light now. This is, by the way, this used to be, if you remember, this used to be an unknown sector.
Military outpost.
Now it is has gotten a name. I don't know this game at all, but you owe me a ship. Actually, I should have disabled the channel rewards here because I don't want to actually be buying ships. Specific ships. I mean, you can say you want a ship. Oh, the starter ship. Right, you're actually right. The starter ship always should be named. It shouldn't be named Kaladin though, because it's always the Gnuffle. The Gnuffle is always the starter ship. So, that's the Gnuffle. I want the ship. Okay, Kaladin, you can be the next ship we find. Assuming we get another ship. Also, Sita is too slow. We want 10 times Sita. And there's also run the game in background, which is something I wanted. I want numerical values. No, looks good. Do they have the L? The Xenon L? Oh, the fleet-destroying super ship, the one with the big Daka. Wait, no, Xenon L's exist, but Xenon L's are, they are the fighters. A Xenon W. I do not know of Xenon Ws. Is that some secret X4 levels of Xenon ships? Alright, we're gonna dock because I need to save.
Docking granted.
We're just gonna dock the efficient way, not the way you're supposed to dock. You're thinking I, but we only have J, yeah. Yeah, we don't have super carriers, I think. No, I think there's one super carrier. Oh god, I hope... Triplex scanner is really good, but... we don't have any money. Ooh, I would really like to buy advanced satellites, but I should not. How about... ooh, the menu speed is faster than in the original. Oh, that feels nice. Oh, I can go up and down way faster than before. Oof, that is a little bit of quality of life. It's not something these games are known for. Sadly, they were not selling any salvage insurances, so we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna rush for the plot. Usually the plot throws money and rewards at you. And we're gonna abuse that. We're just gonna run for the plot. You know what game has quality of life? Rebirth? I played Rebirth on release, and the word playing does not really describe the experience I had. Boy, was it bad. And no, I'm not gonna get into the X Rebirth rant, not yet. I've been holding back for 2 years on that. I will tell you all about how bad X Rebirth was and is when we get to the game. And then Strudel can finally, I don't know, see the light and admit that X Rebirth is a bad game. And that X3 Terran Conflict is way better. Which doesn't mean that X3 is actually a good game, it's just a better game than X Rebirth.
Entering system, Black Hole Sun.
Alright, here's Black Hole Sun. What are the weapons?
Outpost.
What the hell? I have some PPCs. This ship is real weird.
Gate, treasure chest.
What do I even have as shields? Okay, I have at least four.
When the long-serving
I have 425
Argon
megajoule
elite
shields.
was retired, the Argon military was left without an M3 fighter until a group of shipwrights in Omicron Lyri put forward plans for a new...
Sorry. The chat scrolled up for me. I am particle accelerator cannoning. Yeah, who mixes particle accelerator cannons and high energy plasma throwers on a fighter? The starting layout in X3 Albion Prelude. That is who. Actually, yeah, I would be curious to play any of the X games in VR. Because I heard people say that like space games are pretty nice in VR. But I don't have a VR setup, so that's never gonna happen. Alright, let's rush.
System,
Aid the war effort.
Taking some bad turns. Our stations won't last long without backup. Fend the Terrans off in treasure chest. You have your orders. Get it done.
Wait, now I'm supposed to fend off the Terrans? How do you think I'm gonna do that? Aid the war effort. Okay. Are those Terrans? Those look like Terran capital ships, sire. I do not have the firepower for that. Ooh, new combat music. Pretty nice combat music.
ATF Thor.
ATF 4. Well, we're gonna try our luck here. I think I'd be sick doing the combat in VR, too much rolling. Maybe. Alright, ATF Thor. We are on semi. Just gonna cheat and...
Attention, energy low.
Oh, no. Maybe we can get this Thor. If we can immediately score a Thor, that would be great.
Alert, missile closing.
Oh, no. Somebody else is shooting me. Okay, he's not... Ouch. Ah, there come the poltergeists.
Terran, rapier.
On behalf of our president and senator,
Alright, the poltergeist didn't hurt that much.
Federation thanks
They hurt a
for
bit,
your
but
help with
not
this
that much.
invader. As a reward, you get 500 credits.
ATF, Thor.
Alright, we still have the Thor. The Thor is an M3+.
Cujo, you're an ass! Not like this! No!
Mosquito missile. You are being promoted.
Alright, we're immediately getting promoted.
Cargo.
Sergeant, we have a situation with the Jontrison Space Dynamics Division, or Jontraco. We've had reports of advanced Jontraco technology finding its way onto Terran ships. And with the corporation's past ties to the Terrans, we're beginning an investigation.
Okay. Okay, apparently that was aiding the war effort. Did we gain anything good in the freight? A Spectre missile? We can sell a Spectre missile.
Poltergeist missile.
Poltergeists aren't that good. Okay, we're gonna go investigate John Perker, apparently.
Black hole sun.
Good start, yeah. They just wanted you to get some rank. I think they just wanted you to get like immediately like the feeling, oh, there's a big war going on, which I'm getting the feeling there's a big war
Black
going
hole
on.
sun.
Terrans are really pissed.
Gate, Nathan's voyage.
No dismemberment nor access. Ah. I mean, we can make a bet whether Jake is gonna drop X4 or not. Those who have played X4 in chat, what do you think? And also those that don't have that have not played it yet. What are the odds of premature end? One in 3, says Kaladin.
Nathan's voyage.
Also, hello Dennis, it's going well.
Enduring light.
On a whim, because Jake is sick today, I continued my X playthrough and I'm now playing Albion Prelude. He should like the trading site. He can go full patrician spreadsheet crazy, but it's in space and he hates space. Yeah. That pretty much sums up what I'm thinking, Strudel. Wait, is my RTX voice not on? No, it is on, I think.
Entering system. Enduring light. Gate. Argon sector M148.
Oh, do we have a jump drive? Did anybody check whether we have a jump drive? We do actually have a jump drive. Why am I flying around like a peasant? What do we actually have? We have yeah, we have not much. We don't actually have a docking computer, for example.
Military outpost.
Yeah, the perfect station composition. I don't know how involved that is in X4 though.
You are positive.
We're gonna dock at our favorite
Docking
station here.
granted.
Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down more. Okay, we slowed down. If you're too fast, they don't let you dock.
On behalf of our president and
Alright,
senator,
what can we
the
sell?
Argon Federation
Take a
gets
Spectre
Connection to
missile.
local trading
Take a
network
mosquito.
established.
Do you sell... I mean, a triplex scanner is really tempting.
Triplex scanner installed.
We're gonna take one. And energy cells. I do want more energy cells.
Energy cells bought.
Okay. I don't know where the trading station here is. On a trading station, you can always extend your cargo hold. But there's an equipment dock in M148 that we're gonna go to.
Argon sector M148.
And we're gonna jump there because we don't wanna waste any time. We're on a timer here. Already jump driving.
Argon sector M148.
Already hearing several new songs. I like them. I think the X series has one of the best space music in general. Like, I love the music. Alright, there's an equipment dock. Oh no, this is the shipyard. Where's the equipment dock?
Argon equipment dock.
There it is.
You posit.
Docking granted. Successfully docked.
On behalf of our president and
Alright,
senator,
what can you
the
sell
Argon
me?
Federation is honored to welcome you
Trading
aboard.
system,
Connection
no.
to local trading network established.
Alright, I want some engine tuning.
Engine tuning
I
installed.
probably want as much cargo bay
Your
as I can
cargo
get.
bay will be extended
Give me
by a
another
certain
100
amount of
cargo bay.
cargo
Well,
units, products,
we're already at
not
78,
bought.
so...
Cargo bay extension installed.
And a little bit more rudder.
Rudder optimization installed.
I can't buy another high energy plasma thrower. We don't have the money. Do I want any of these? Nav commands.
Navigation
Sure.
command installed.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll go with that for now.
Military outpost.
Okay, military outpost. Tell me what's going on.
You are positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Okay, we got a dog, and he's gonna tell us something about John Furco, which is a
Successfully
corporation.
Contact within John Franco HQ informs us that a meeting will shortly take place in the Albion sector between John Franco and a potential buyer. All signs point to a demonstration of new technology developed in Albion. You will wait in Albion for the meeting to take place and report back on the proceedings. Whatever happens there, do not get involved. The last thing we need to do is to draw more attention to the Albion sector. You'll need a few specialized tools for this mission. We're
Ah.
providing you with a suitable ship.
Oh.
Good luck.
Oh, phew. Thank you very much. Alright, landed ships. Why did I just equip this ship? We don't know. Alright, this is now the Kaladin. Because Kaladin was the first person to moan about it. Alright. What do you have, Kaladin?
This outpost.
Not this
The
station.
Argon Discoverer, compared to
IREs.
other ships in the Argon fleet, is relatively young. It is armed with two
What do you
lasers,
mean we have
each
special
large,
equipment on this thing? This
versatile,
thing has
and
nothing on it. This thing isn't even tuned to have speed. Oh, what kind of garbage are you peddling in my direction here? Never trust the Argon Federation. Now wait. Doesn't Argon? Does our Nova have actually a? Does it have a landing spot?
When the long-serving Argon
No,
elite
there's
was
no-
retired, the Argon
there's
military
no
was
hangar.
left without an M3
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we're just.
enduring light.
Do we have a taxi mission here?
You are talking.
Great, this is what we're in need of. This mission should be a cakewalk for you.
Nope. Just want a radioactive stuff transported. We're not doing that. Okay, let's try to get a little bit of engine tuning. Standard issue Kaladin.
You are
You
positive.
wanted to be a Dakar destroyer. No, you are now the smallest ship that exists in the game. Oh, a miracle day for Blood Bowl. Just another M5 in the wall? Yeah.
On behalf
Alright,
of
let's
our
try
president
to
and senator,
engine tune
the
this thing a
Argon
bit more.
Federation
And connection to local
Not a lot of
trading
engine
network
tuning. Can we...
established.
Oh well. It is what it is. It's 325 now, at least.
Gate enduring light.
Now we gotta go to the Albion sector, which I have to admit, I don't know where it is. This is like literally the sector this game is named after. The game is called the Albion Prelude, and is related to the Albion sector, which is apparently a new sector that was discovered between the games. And it is so rich and so great in resources that everybody's fighting about it. That's all I know about the Albion sector. It's off the coast of Gallica. I hope it's a different kind of Albion. I hope it's not that kind of Albion. I hope it doesn't have any Nickies inside. Full of coal and Nickies.
Entering system, Nathan's voyage.
Is Albion the name for the island of Great Britain? Or is it just a name for England? I don't even know. Is Albion just England, or is it all of the Isle? Or is it all of the British Isles? I don't actually know. Now that I'm thinking about Albion, I do not know. I just know it's an old name for that region.
Entering system,
I don't actually know what exactly.
Gate Midnight Star.
Okay, you're saying it is the island of Great Britain. Or the United Kingdom. United Kingdom is a country, though.
Entering system, Midnight Star.
Alright. Okay, we are re-exploring the map.
Transporter.
Who remembers what was east of Midnight Star? Was it already merchants?
Terracorp.
Something.
High-tech transporter.
Oh, I don't even know.
Gate Belt of Aguilar.
No, it's the Belt of Aguilar. Oh, yeah, I know Albion used poetically like that. Sure. To be back in X3. I'm still confused why we needed this specific ship for this mission, but hey.
Entering system, Belt of Aguilar.
Okay, here's your answer. Where's the Albion sister?
Goggles not
Wait, is that gate destroyed? No. What is that? What is that? No, was there always a destroyed gate? In Belt of Aguilar? Maybe there was always a destroyed gate. Okay, that's John Furco headquarters. Let's talk with John. I think John Furco is one of the only places that sells your bioscanner.
Own team of skilled draftsmen.
And they also sell you a transporter.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of our
Hideous Britannia doesn't sound as good.
In connection to
I can't buy a transporter or thingy, but I just docked there to have a little bit of
Albion Gamma.
Albion Gamma. Okay. Apparently Albion is split into multiple sectors. Let's see.
Sergeant, we have received word that the meeting is already underway. You must find the John Furco command ship somewhere in your sector. We have engaged listening protocols on your ship's computer, so you can intercept their ship-to-ship communications. Again, do not get drawn into any conflict. At the first sign of trouble, disengage and return to base. We will be monitoring communications remotely. Derek, out.
Okay, there's the Albion system. Also, you didn't tell me where they are. Oh well. Let's read about the Albion system. Located in a vast, dense ring of debris, the Albion system quickly attracted significant interest from several mining corporations and John Thurston's Space Dynamics division. After heavy mining depleted the most easily accessible resources, John Furco began to change the face of Albion with their Highway project. Highways promise to create a network of fast travel lanes throughout the entire system. Still under construction, until these devices are operational, the gaps between developed regions are linked by transorbital accelerators. As the gateway to the Albion system, the sector is heavily patrolled by John Furco, Plutarch, and Argon vessels. And this is like a little bit of a preview, because as I said, at the time that they published this game, they were trying to already develop the next one in the game. And as you know, X3 is very heavily dependent on the jump gates. Like everything is connected by these jump gates. And then you have these little tiny sectors in between. And you can't actually ignore the jump gates. Like you can't actually fly from Midlight Star to Wasteland without going through a jump gate. Because these are two completely separate zones.
What are they doing here? We're going to radio silence. Try to get as much information as possible, but don't get too close.
Don't get too close, okay.
John Furco, command ship.
And they were trying to build like a new system that doesn't rely on the gates so much.
Up ahead, we have the highway construction area. It takes us several weeks to build and configure each gate, but we have several production lines and are investing in more avenues of research to speed up the process.
Are there any working prototypes of these devices for you to demonstrate?
No, our first tests were scheduled for 2 weeks' time, but the escalation of the war has forced us to rethink our timetable.
Stand by.
Alright, now I'm supposed to approach it. Alright, there's a Paranet. I love Paranets. The Lord Captain something something is already here to...
You bring us here with false promises and nothing to show but a dead husk of metal. We anticipated this deceitful possibility, and I have the authority to sever negotiations with your lower life company. What do you offer us to prevent this?
We also anticipated this outcome, so I have authority to provide you with all of our highway research and 3 prototype highway gates. I'm sure your scientists will be able to verify our findings. These highways will be powerful tools, opening up entire solar systems in a way we had never before dreamed possible.
Man, they're really...
With all powerful technologies, though, it can be abused. We trust that you will use it wisely.
This offer would be acceptable to us. I am accustomed to Argon being short-sighted and unworthy of our attention. It is agreeable to see some Argon attempting to emulate Paranet levels of foresighted preparation.
I love the Paranets.
It pleases me to hear that. Unfortunately, we must pause proceedings. We have detected a suspicious ship nearby. It could be attempting to listen in on our conversation.
Well...
Indeed, that ship reeks of Argon's secret service. It appears that your security leaves much to be desired. Let us hope that your designers are of a better caliber.
Alright, they noticed that we are here, and they laid very heavily and very thickly on the highways are gonna be so amazing. Which is kind of like a hidden advertisement for the next game in the series, where they make heavy use of the idea of space highways to make the travel more interesting. Instead of just flying through empty space or flying through a jump gate, like this one, you can have highways. But apparently also we're not going to see any of those in this game. Because this is still X3. And highways are a major overhaul for the next engine. Which this one is not built on. This one is still the old engine. Now we gotta fly back. Do we actually get any money for this? Apparently not yet. Why not space train? Boo. What? What would a space train even mean? I mean, in some sense, the highways that they eventually have in X Rebirth are more like space rails and less like space highways. Like, you're really on rails, which is part of the rant that I'm gonna have once I get to X Rebirth. But not yet. I must hold out. I must not yet rant about X Rebirth. One very long spacecraft propelled through a series of accelerating gates.
Entering system.
That sounds like it would just tear the thing apart. Like, if you accelerate the first part,
Nathan's voyage.
or you're really a really strong link. So what's so good about X? Well, Relics, as someone who has watched my channel since the beginning, the X series is a really great game that I have a lot of nostalgia for as well, which is one of the reasons that I really like it. Because it really combines, like, the freedom for you to do whatever you want. Also, I shot a rocket.
Entering system. Nathan's voyage.
With,
Video gate. Enduring
for the
light.
time, a really large universe and a very well simulated economy. Like, you can really, really interact with this universe in nice ways. Also, are those the Terrans? No, those are just pirates. And for example, you could corner a certain market. You can become the king of solar cells, and you could kill all the other solar power plants if you were so inclined. There's like, the creativity is really not limited. The game is very sandboxy in that sense. And it has a lot of simulation elements.
Entering
I like that.
system. Enduring light.
Yeah, it's compared to the other big space games.
Argon sector M148.
The X series has always had more focus on trade. The weird thing is, though, that I feel like the people at Egosoft, they don't really emphasize the trade that much when they make, like, ads or when they try to showcase the game. They always showcase the combat, or they showcase whatever. Like, when they make, like, posters or previews or whatever, they always talk about fighting ships and combat ships and stuff like that. It just seems that because they're a German company, it's like obvious to them that you need to have like a heavy trade simulation on the background. But in my view, they haven't really put that out enough as like their defining feature. Like they somehow seem to assume that that's not attractive to people, and that's why they never went there. Yeah, it's dangerously German, basically.
Argon sector M148. Military outpost.
So, yeah. And, by the way, look at all of these ships around us. For example, there's a...
Paranid, military, Mamba, Vanguard.
There's a Mamba, Vanguard. We could go and buy ourselves a Mamba Vanguard, and then we could fly it. Or, look up there, there's a split military Python. We could go and we could buy a split military Python. Not right now, we're way too poor for that, but in principle we could. And we could fly one. Or trade ships, like the... Where's the trade ship?
Federal Argon
Oh,
shipyard.
also, who are you?
Is there something I can help?
Oh, that's a flight school. I actually don't see any trade ships around here right now.
Argon, weapons dealer.
Yeah, like the
Mercury.
Argon Mercury. We could buy a Mercury and fly a Mercury. It's all possible. You can fly any ship in the game. You can create your own fleet. You can build your own stations. You can automate a lot of stuff, but the automation isn't very good in this game because it's a very old game and the UI is really not streamlined. Like, you can build huge empires of hundreds of stations, but it becomes quite the menuing nightmare. And this was also one of the first games that I know of that was really mod friendly. Like, there were a lot of mods for this game.
That meeting didn't involve the Terrans. It did answer a few questions about their recent activities. While I'm sure eyebrows will be raised about the Paranid being involved, we still have no proof that John Furco are directly trading technology with the Terrans. We will continue to contact them through official channels for clarification on where they stand. You did well today. Feel free to go about your business. We will contact you again when we have another task for you. If you want to take some R&R away from the front, I hear some of the other pilots have been trying to play the stock market. If you play it right, it's easy money without needing a fleet of freighters. If you get it wrong, well, you can always eat in the mess, and the cost will be deducted from your next paycheck.
Alright, they didn't even give us any money. We are pretty poor here. There is trade ship automation in the base game. There are the universe traders, and there are also like the trade. There's not the logistics script, but there are these very simple scripts like buy and sell. Was there ever a Centaur mod? No, but there is a Centaur ship in the game, and there's even a heavy Centaur and a heavy Centaur prototype. And yeah, the guy just told us that we did kinda okay, but also
Military
not.
outpost.
Also, we're gonna...
You're positive.
I don't know what we're gonna do next. Apparently he's just gonna let us have this ship. I don't know if we want this ship. We might just sell Kaladin. How can we sell Kaladin? Come on, it's that would be too mean. But we're gonna shift back to
docked.
a good ship.
On behalf of our president and senator, the Argon Federation is honored to welcome you aboard.
Shift back to the Knaffel. And then we're gonna try and find a mission. Any kind of mission that gives us money.
Federal.
You are talking.
Encoding data for transmission.
Okay, you just want to sell me something. I'm not interested. Alright, let's go to Wasteland.
Charging at 10%.
At least rename it Brelix first. We did have a Brelix ship last time, right?
Wastelands.
I kind of... Yeah, the Brelix was like the massive... Was our massive station transporter, wasn't it? Any good missions?
You are talking.
Would you like to have this job?
Scan asteroids. Would be good if we had a mineral scanner.
Gate interworlds.
You know, I guess we're just gonna fight Terrans. Fighting isn't the worst to make money. We get free, we get, money from the Terran government for every enemy we kill.
Treasure chest.
And there are still lots of Terrans here. Oh, no, that's an Argon fleet. Seems like the Argon invaded.
Gate Elysium of Light.
Sergeant, please return to Sector M148. There have been developments with John Furco.
Okay, and they immediately call us back. I kinda expected this. I'm gonna still fly into Elysium of Light to at least explore it preliminarily, because you never know when the Goners will show up in the plot. Stick it to the
Entering
man.
System Elysium of Light.
Oh, there's the temple that we built.
Bonar Temple.
Alright, let's help out with the
Terran Scimitar.
with this war here.
Terran Saber.
I see you on the other side.
You are
So just
being
speed
promoted.
this. I actually don't want to be promoted too much. It's just gonna make the game harder.
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. Oh god, it's still pronounced so terribly. It's Mjolnir. Mjolnir.
Energy low.
I mean, the lady tries really hard with her
Tomahawk
voice
heavy
acting,
missile.
but Mjolnir. Yeah, Mjolnir.
Argon. Alert. Missile closing.
Oh really? The Mjolnir is shooting us?
Attention. Energy low. Poltergeist missile.
Ouch.
Tomahawk heavy missile. Argon. Cerberus.
Alright, there's a service. Do we have a centaur? We probably have a centaur. Yes.
Argon. Military. Centaur.
Sadly, this is only a centaur. I think the centaur itself looks a little bit boring, but the heavy centaur. That's a good looking ship.
Jump device charging at 10%.
Mjolnir seems legit. Yeah, I don't know. They have some weird pronunciation.
Entering system. Argon sector M148.
There's also the one. Which one is it? Like, which is the sector that has a really weird sound, like a static sound on top of it in Knuffle. Do you remember? It's some pirate sector in the bottom left of the galaxy map. It should be Mjolnir. Yeah, I agree. Vestibule of Creation. Yeah. Right, whenever she says Vestibule of Creation.
Positive.
Also, look, they're opening the
Docking granted.
docking ports for us. It sounds so weird, like something. So there's a reason why the voice of the onboard computer is inconsistent. I don't actually know if it's in English that obvious, but in German it's very obvious. Because a lot of the voice lines were recorded originally for X2,
Successfully docked.
and when they re-recorded them, more of them for X3, they couldn't find the right setting to make it sound identical.
Connection to local trading
Anyway,
network
more story.
established.
Thank you
think.
for returning promptly, Sergeant. I believe you've
We're
already
only
met
a sergeant?
Administrator Colburn of John Franco.
Yes, it was a brief encounter, but one that almost ruined months of work. Still, I understand why the military wants to keep tabs on us during a war, especially with these accusations.
Administrator Colburn was just proposing a very interesting arrangement. Something I think is quite suited to your skill set.
We are aware of a possible leak within John Furco, and in addition to that, the Terrans are actively attacking our assets. Our focus is still to continue developing the highway technology and building a test bed in Albion. But with these constant attacks and a potential leak, it is becoming quite difficult.
John Franco are just as concerned with finding their technology on Terran ships as we are. You will be tasked with aiding John Franco in protecting their ships and continuing the investigation into how the Terrans have gotten access to this research. You will report to Administrator Colburn for assignments, but be aware that you could be pulled back to frontline service at any time.
The first job is one you are already familiar with. We are delivering several prototype highway gates to the Paranid. The ship carrying the gates is already en route. Please join the escort group while it travels to the drop-off point.
I've arranged for control of a new ship to be transferred to you for this mission.
Another
Additional
new ship.
support ships will be standing by if needed. But we don't want to draw attention to the convoy unless necessary.
Okay, who wants to be
Dismissed.
another ship? What did we get? Oh, Centaur! Ho, ho, ho.
The Centaur.
Oh, forget it. That's me. Although it's just a normal Centaur, but hey, it's just the Alpha Gema. Who wants to be a Centaur? No, nobody gets to be a Centaur. I
This
get to be a
outpost
Centaur.
serves-
Mmm.
The Centaur was developed by Argon shipwrights.
We even have a jump
in
drive on it.
Omicron,
Oh, but
It is
CIGs?
larger than
Not
a
a fan of.
freighter or
Oh
small
no, we have
transporter,
6
but
Marines
is
on
much
top on
smaller
board.
than a frigate.
I don't really like Marines. Oh, full equipment of shields. Man, this game just throws it all at you. Like, you don't even need to play the game. You're ready to do boarding now? Oh, please, no boarding. Everything, but not boarding. Also, yeah, this is a much larger ship, and it's a lot slower. I'm not even sure it's particularly good for what we're gonna do, but I'm not gonna say no to a... we need to dock with a... We need to first buy some energy cells. Do we have some money by now? No, we still don't have any money. Game, how about you give us some money?
Military
Oh, hello,
outpost.
Protozimac.
Solar
Wait,
power
weren't you here?
XL Alpha.
Just bored. Yeah, just bored. I don't like boarding. Boarding is a bad part of the game. The reticle in the ship is off. You're right.
Docking granted.
Why is it offset? We can fix that. Oh, it's naturally offset if I like click to center it.
Docking aborted.
What? Docking aborted?
You're positive.
Don't abort the
Docking
docking.
granted.
Just ion cannons. No, these are CIGs, concussion impulse generators. They're not a lot better, but they're a little bit better. Holy smokes, this is very slow. I think we want to switch back to the M3.
Successfully docked.
But
On behalf of our
what is mission?
President and
It's
Senator, the
we can't even
Connection to
buy
local
that many.
trading
Okay.
network established.
Anyway, we have enough. Holy moly, we have barely enough to jump here.
Jump device charging at 10%.
Man, they just gave us a centaur. We're not even an hour into the game.
Wastelands.
They're already throwing M6s at us. But they might want to get people up to speed quickly because, as I said, this was
John Furco, Supply, Mammoth.
this was basically a cash grab. Let's call it by what it is. Okay, we have actually some weapons. What are the settings on the turrets? Defend the ship.
Command accepted.
How can a centaur be this
All
easy?
escorts, form up and stay alert. We're continuing towards the south gate.
Okay. You say you're continuing, but your speed is 0, so...
Be advised, we've detected Terran ships in the sector. Their target is unknown. Argon military are on their way.
Okay, she sounds really invested in this security job. Alright, here come the Terrans. Oh god, the ship is not equipped.
Terran, Rapier,
Yeah, not equipped for this kind
Flail
of job.
Barrage Missile. Flail Barrage Missile.
We're not gonna fight Flail. Ooh, poltergeists.
Poltergeist, a missile that can be used by most USC ships.
I mean, each one of these little poltergeist missiles is worth 3,000, which is a significant chunk of money compared to what paltry, meager amounts of money we have currently. So we'll just pick them up.
Cargo bay now.
Basically a
contains
scavenger now.
Poltergeist missile.
Scavenging centaur. There's more of them.
The Terrans are targeting us. Take them out.
Okay.
Poltergeist missile.
I'm more interested in taking poltergeist missiles here.
Cargo bay now contains poltergeist missile. Phantom alert. Missile closing.
Wait, did you just?
Mosquito missile.
Oh no, that's a tomahawk that was shot at me there. I think that missile is not allowed to touch us. You hear me?
Phantom missile. Cargo bay now contains mosquito missile. Phantom missile.
Yeah, not a Phantom missile. Phantom missile is big ouchie.
Phantom missile.
No. Whoa.
Phantom missile.
There's more of them? I think that Phantom missile is not flying frog.
Missile closing. Phantom missile. Target is now in firing range. Terror alert. Missile closing.
They really try to
Phantom
blow us up.
missile. Terran military claymore.
A Claymore. Okay, let's see.
On behalf of our President and Senator, the Argon Federation thank you for your help with this invader. As a reward, you get